A single-engine aircraft that outruns rivals jets, and rewrites what turboprop speed even means. In 2026, one turboprop stands alone, quietly embarrassing competitors by blending jet-like speed with real-world luxury and efficiency. And here's where things really separate the TBM 960 from everything else in the sky. This isn't just another fast turboprop trying to flex numbers on a spec sheet. The TBM 960 sits at the top of its category because it understands something most aircraft don't. Speed alone isn't enough. It has to work with comfort, efficiency, and control, not fight them. Calling it the fastest single-engine turboprop actually matters here. Speed changes how people use an aircraft. It turns long, exhausting trips into clean, efficient hops. It shrinks maps. It gives owners jet-level timelines without jet-level compromises. That's the real flex. What Daher did was refine, not reinvent. Decades of TBM experience led here. Every generation got faster, quieter, smarter, and the 960 feels like the moment where everything finally clicks. Older TBMs were quick, sure, but this one feels intentional, polished, almost inevitable. There's balance in the design: speed without chaos, luxury without excess, efficiency without feeling stripped down. You can feel that evolution the moment you look at it. This isn't a radical break from the TBM lineage, it's the sharpest version of it. And that raises a question worth asking. If one engine can do this, why would you need anything else? Just when you think that's the whole story, it gets more interesting. And this is the moment most people don't expect from something this fast. Step inside the TBM 960, and the speed almost disappears. The cabin doesn't feel like a compromise for performance. It feels like the reward for it. There's real space here. Not the good for a turboprop kind, but the kind where your shoulders relax the second you sit down. The seats are wide, properly padded, and built for actual hours in the air, not quick hops. And the layout isn't locked into one use case. Flying solo or with a business partner? It works. Bringing family along for a long trip? Still works. The seating configurations flex depending on how the aircraft is being used, which sounds small, but matters a lot once you live with it. Then there's the materials. Premium leather, clean stitching, finely finished trim. Nothing flashy, nothing cheap. It's the kind of craftsmanship you notice without being distracted by it. Everything feels deliberate, like someone actually spent time inside this cabin before signing off on it. Lighting plays a bigger role than people realize. The adjustable cabin lighting lets the mood shift. Bright and focused when work needs to happen. Soft and calm when it's time to unplug. Add to that serious noise and vibration reduction, and suddenly you're cruising at high speed without feeling like you are. Conversations don't compete with the engine. Silence becomes part of the experience. The tech quietly supports all of this. Touchscreen access, integrated systems, information where you need it, not shouting for attention. Storage is smartly placed, so bags stay out of the way. The galley handles hot and cold drinks, snacks, and the small comforts that make long flights feel shorter. Climate control stays precise, not guessy. And those large panoramic windows, they change everything. The outside world feels close, cinematic, alive. Have you ever been this calm while moving this fast? Wait, you're watching right now but not subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button so we can move on with the video. You did, okay? Why cool? Now back to the planes. And this is where the TBM 960 stops feeling like an aircraft and starts feeling like a weapon. In the best way possible. Slide into the cockpit, and the first reaction is silence, then clarity. The layout feels futuristic, but not experimental. Everything has a reason to be where it is. No clutter, no guessing, just information, clean and ready when you need it. The integrated touchscreen avionics suite sits at the center of it all. Flight data isn't scattered across random dials or buried in menus. It's organized, layered, and readable at a glance. Navigation, engine performance, systems status. Your eyes barely have to move. And that's the point. Daher built this cockpit around one core idea: reduce pilot workload without reducing control. Automated checklists handle routine tasks, cutting down mental noise during critical phases. Advanced navigation aids guide you smoothly, whether you're threading through the weather or lining up for descent. The flight management system quietly does the math: fuel planning, routing, optimization, so the pilot stays focused on flying, not calculating. Then there's the autopilot. This isn't a basic set it and hope system. It's precise, confident, and consistent across every phase of flight. Climb, cruise, descent, transitions feel smooth, almost fluid. You don't fight the aircraft, you guide it. Ergonomics matter more than people admit, and the TBM 960 gets it right. Controls fall naturally to hand. Switches are where your instincts expect them to be. That reduces fatigue, especially on longer legs, and keeps reaction times sharp when it counts. Safety sits quietly in the background, always watching. Weather radar keeps surprises from sneaking up. Terrain awareness systems warn before things get uncomfortable. Traffic collision avoidance adds another layer of protection in busy airspace. It all adds up to something rare, a cockpit that feels calm even when the sky isn't. And once you experience that, it's hard to imagine flying any other way. This is where the story gets serious, because none of that speed, calm, or confidence exists without what's turning up front. The TBM 960 is powered by the Pratt Whitney Canada PT6A-66D, and calling it just an engine doesn't really do it justice. The PT6 line has a reputation in aviation that's almost untouchable. It's known for one thing above all else: it works, day after day, year after year. This is turbine efficiency at its best. Instead of chasing raw aggression, the PT6A-66D delivers power smoothly and predictably, and make no mistake, with 1,825 horsepower on tap, there's nothing gentle about what it can do. That output is the backbone of the TBM 960's performance, pushing it into speed territory most turboprops never reach. What really stands out is consistency. Power delivery doesn't fade with altitude. Performance doesn't feel fragile or temperamental. Whether climbing hard, cruising fast, or managing long legs, the engine behaves the same way: steady, confident, reliable. That consistency is what lets the aircraft stretch its legs without stressing the pilot. Efficiency is the quiet advantage here. The turbine design sips fuel compared to what its performance suggests, which means fewer stops, lower operating strain, and more usable range. In the TBM 960, this engine isn't just power, it's permission. Permission to go faster, farther, and higher without second-guessing what's happening under the cowling. Now we talk about the number that turns heads. The TBM 960 cruises at speeds up to 380 miles per hour. In the single-engine turboprop world, that's not just quick, it's disruptive. Most aircraft in this class live well below that line. The 960 blows straight past it. What makes this speed special isn't bragging rights. It's how usable it is. This isn't a peak number reached under perfect conditions. It's a real, repeatable cruise that owners actually fly. That's why comparisons matter against other single-engine turboprops. The TBM 960 consistently sits at the front of the pack. The experience feels closer to a light jet than a traditional turboprop. Trips that usually demand patience suddenly feel efficient. Long legs shrink. Short hops become laughably quick. And because the aircraft maintains efficiency at speed, you're not paying a penalty every time you push the throttle forward. Speed changes ownership. It changes scheduling. It changes how often the aircraft gets used. When you can leave later and still arrive earlier, that's not luxury, that's leverage. In private aviation, speed isn't about ego. It's about time, flexibility, and control. And in 2026, no single-engine turboprop plays that game better than the TBM 960. So ask yourself, how fast is fast enough when this is the benchmark? And here's where the TBM 960 proves it's not just fast for show, it's smart too. The PT6A-66D engine doesn't just deliver raw horsepower, it sips fuel in a way that makes long trips practical. This isn't the kind of efficiency that forces compromise. You get jet-like speed without constantly worrying about topping off the tanks. That means reduced operating costs, which add up fast if you're flying often. With a maximum range of over 1,900 miles, the TBM 960 can connect cities without stopping for fuel. Imagine flying coast to coast or hopping between multiple business hubs without breaking your rhythm. Those fewer refueling stops don't just save time. They cut hassle, airport fees, and extra planning, letting the journey flow naturally. It's the perfect balance. You're fast, yes, but you're not burning money or resources just to get there. Speed and efficiency coexist, giving owners a practical, high-performance tool instead of a flashy, expensive toy. This combination is why the TBM 960 isn't just leading in numbers. It's leading in real-world usability. And just when you think the TBM 960 can't impress further, its climb performance steals the show. With the power of the PT6A-66D, this turboprop rockets to 31,000 feet in about 18 minutes. That's more than just a number. It means you can quickly escape turbulent layers, avoiding bumpy, uncomfortable flights. The ride becomes smooth, predictable, and controlled, even when the weather is acting up below. High-altitude cruising also opens new airspace advantages. Less traffic, less turbulence, and a calmer atmosphere make for a quieter, more enjoyable experience for everyone on board. Passengers feel it instantly. More stability, less engine roar, and a sense that the aircraft is effortlessly slicing through the sky. It's the kind of performance that transforms long trips into almost relaxing journeys. Weather doesn't dictate your route, you do. And at those altitudes, the view gets even more spectacular, which only adds to the sense of refinement and control. Have you ever felt an aircraft climb like that? With the TBM 960, it's not just a climb, it's a statement. Fast, capable, and uncompromising in comfort. And here's where the TBM 960 really starts to feel like a game changer. This aircraft doesn't demand massive airports to operate. Takeoff and landing are possible on runways as short as 2,100 feet. That opens a huge range of smaller, regional, or private airfields that larger jets can't touch. Remote destinations? Tiny strips tucked into mountains or near lakes? No problem. The TBM 960 gets you there without compromise. That kind of access transforms how you use an aircraft. Business trips to less served towns, weekend getaways to private resorts, or hopping between city centers with minimal hassle. It's all possible. And because it doesn't need massive infrastructure, it saves time, reduces stress, and gives owners flexibility most jets can't match. In practical terms, this is more than convenience. It's a competitive advantage. While others sit on congested runways, the TBM 960 can arrive, depart, and move efficiently. That combination of speed, range, and short-field performance makes it feel almost unfair in the private aviation world. And now, let's talk about how this thing actually feels in the air. The TBM 960 isn't just about straight-line speed. Its flight controls are responsive, immediate, and intuitive. Advanced aerodynamics give it a grace most single-engine turboprops can only dream of. Every turn, every climb, every descent feels smooth, controlled, and purposeful. Maneuvering doesn't feel like a fight against physics. The aircraft responds predictably, even during tighter patterns or complex approaches. That predictability builds confidence, not just for casual flights, but in critical situations where precision matters. Even at high speeds, stability remains rock solid. You're never fighting the plane, you're guiding it. Gentle inputs translate exactly into the path you expect. It's this combination of responsive controls, advanced design, and stability that turns a pilot's work into something almost effortless. Have you ever flown something that reacts like an extension of your instincts? That's what the TBM 960 delivers. Precision, control, and confidence in a package that doesn't compromise on performance. And finally, let's talk about what it takes to actually own this machine. The base price of the TBM 960 sits at $5.6 million. That gets you the core aircraft with all the essentials that make it fast, reliable, and comfortable. But let's be clear, this is a premium plane. Optional upgrades and customizations, from interior finishes to avionics packages, can add significantly to that number. For many buyers, though, it's worth it. Operating costs are a big part of the story. Fuel efficiency from the PT6 engine keeps expenses manageable, even on longer trips. But regular flying still racks up costs. Maintenance is another factor. While the TBM 960 is designed to be reliable, keeping it in peak condition requires scheduled servicing, occasional repairs, and attention to the mechanical details that ensure longevity. Insurance and hangar fees add to the tally, especially depending on location and usage. Despite the price, owners continue to choose the TBM 960 because it delivers value that goes beyond the sticker. It's not just the speed or the luxury, it's the combination of performance, versatility, and proven engineering. It's an aircraft that actually does everything it promises, and does it consistently. The TBM 960 isn't just fast, it's refined, intelligent, and purpose-built. In 2026, no other single-engine turboprop blends speed, comfort, and efficiency like this. It's not about flying faster, it's about flying smarter, farther, and better than ever before. So, what's your take? Drop it in the comments and hit like.